to be back. Hello beautiful people, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if this is your first time you're watching one of my videos. Today I'm filming a highly requested video actually, because many of you want to know a lot more about Italian culture and especially, of course, not surprised, about Italian food. So I always try to incorporate more of the food aspects of my life, and I also try to do that on my Instagram stories. So if you're not following me on Instagram, go and do that right now, link in the description. So today we're talking in particular about Italian breakfasts and what do Italians usually eat for breakfast. Now, little disclaimer, because I know that people are people and we all know that, and we don't want mean comments underneath this innocuous video. Not every single Italian is going to eat some of these things for breakfast. You can even eat bacon and eggs from what I know, but I'm talking about what the majority of people usually have for breakfast. Okay, disclaimer over. Let's start talking about where can you have breakfast. Usually there are two main places where you can have breakfast: your own home and a bar. Now, if you're confused by this thing that I just said, I highly suggest you to go and watch my previous videos about what's a bar in Italy. What you have in your house, like when you're home and you wake up and you go in the kitchen, because that's the place where we usually have breakfast. And what do we eat? It's for sure no surprise that many people will have a coffee in the morning. I am personally not a coffee lover. Instead, I am actually a tea lover, but I am a bit of an exception because the majority of people usually have coffee during breakfast. Now, this can be a simple plain espresso, or it can be a caffè macchiato, which is a cafe with a tiny splash of milk. You can have it with sugar, without sugar, you can have it, you know, with some sweetener of your choice. Another morning classic, of course, is cappuccino. No surprise again. Cappuccino is just coffee and milk together, and again, if you have it at a bar, you will most likely have that nice foam on top. If you make it at home, it depends on how you make it. You can either have the foam. I don't know how to make the foam. My cappuccinos are very plain. Now, if you're at a bar together with the cappuccino, what most people love to have is cornetto. Cornetto is like a croissant. If you don't know what a croissant is this. Yeah, just that. And that's a match. Going back to your house, well, not literally, don't worry. What you can have as a more food related stuff is, for example, cereals. Cereals are a bit of a classic, and there are so many types, shapes, forms, flavors, and so on that you can have. So it can be plain cornflakes, or it can be chocolate cornflakes. It can be the round ones that kids love, like Cocoa Pops. Not advertising any brands here, just so you know. And you can have granola, you can have what we call Rice Krispies. I don't know if they're called this way worldwide, but yeah, Rice Krispies. And we usually have them with milk. Some people have them with yogurt too, but most of the time people have them with milk. It's still freaking boiling. Another classic that you can find at a breakfast table in an Italian house are these things, which I guess are called rusks. If you don't know what they are, because I know like they're not a worldwide thing, these are basically similar to a toast, but they're all crunchy. So it's like a very tall biscuit or a toast. I suck at explaining things, I know, I'm sorry. Yeah, what we usually have on top of those, we spread jam, any type of jam. You know, in Italy we have tons of different jams with made with local fruit. So we have, I don't know, apricot jam, blueberry jam, strawberry jam, chestnuts jam, which is many people's favorite, but it's really, really sweet. If you never had it, try it when you're here, because it's definitely peculiar. Or what you can also have on top of your rusks is Nutella, of course. If you're more on the less healthy side. Or honey. I sometimes have honey on my rusks. It's very customizable. Biscuits or cookies, depending on where you're from. And I'm not talking about American chocolate chips cookies here, because we usually don't have those for breakfast, usually. Again, what we usually have is a type of biscuit called frolline, so which I think the name derives from the dough that the biscuits are made of. And it can be like chocolate, it can be plain, it can be fruit flavored, and they're usually quite plain, I would say, usual biscuits that you can dip into your cup of milk or tea if you're like me. Fruit is also an option when it comes to breakfast. I would say it's not the most exciting or the most shared options amongst Italians, but it still is. I sometimes have fruit for breakfast, and I try to have seasonal fruit. So right now we have apples, we have persimmons. I love this type of persimmons. I love them. So yeah, fruit is also an option. Now, I know that probably some of you are wondering, do Italians have cake for breakfast? And the answer to this is yes, we do. But I want to clarify a small thing. When I think about a cake, okay, I'm not thinking about those heavy, rich birthday cakes. I'm thinking about usually homemade cakes, or even if they're not homemade, they're usually very simple cakes. They don't have fillings, they don't have custard, they don't have any whipped cream or cream of any sort. So they're not that bad for breakfast, I would say. You tell me if it's, what do you think about it? I don't know, because I recently found out that for some people it sounds like it's dessert for breakfast. Guys, thanks so much for watching this video. I think that was all the breakfast types that I wanted to share with you. Let me know in the comments, what do you have for breakfast and what is your favorite Italian breakfast? Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and leave a like if you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you again very soon with another video. Ciao!